Okay, I'm good.
Did you actually let that go off? I can't. Oh, one sec. So like one of the problems is that like your quickness might be weird at the beginning. So like you got to make sure that your abilities actually go off. I think you canceled it.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that later on. I was like, I don't actually know if I'm canceling it or not, but I had a suspicion that I might have been.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like the problem here is like you're doing the right thing. Like if you were at the golem, right? But like the
Yeah.
problem is you're not always gonna have quickness right at the beginning.
Okay.
So this is like one of the more advanced kind of annoying things that you have to learn when you're like DPSing is that you really have to pay attention, especially on Mesmer, to when you have quickness and when you don't, because Mesmer has quite a few long cast times. Like you'll notice really well when you use Focus 5, because like Focus 5 with quickness feels really fast, but then without quickness it feels slow as fuck.
Yeah.
So so yeah, just
yeah.
like
Good.
just like pay attention to like the speed of the bar going up, and like it's probably better to like accidentally cancel when you're in auto because like you were too late than be too fast and cancel your phantasms, because their phantasms are such huge damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that. I think I have like the muscle memory down at this point for quickness, and I need to be a little bit more aware when there isn't any.
So you delayed your weapon swap a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have illusions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you needed to use like here I'll show you where you should be using illusions.
So question then for illusions. So I was delaying the illusions for distort. Should I not do that at the beginning? Should I just use illusions and then
Despair is not that often in 100 to 80.
Okay.
That you I think you need to get by with it without using.
So like you'll what will happen is like you'll be able to distort the first despair, and then like you'll have to dodge the second despair, and then you can distort the third despair. So it's like you're I mean honestly I feel like delaying your weapon delaying is actually like I'm pretty sure you're getting the same amount of distorts in the first 80% anyway. So
yeah,
the first 20% anyway.
So
at
just
40,
use
you'll
it.
have to, the one at 40 will probably have to adjust your rotation when Signal of Illusion comes off because you want to use it for those two, right?
Yeah.
But besides that, the little despairs really shouldn't kill you as long as you don't land in something else.
Oh, I like the little icons up here. That's cute.
Yeah, it's and then they wiggle and they glow when you guys talk. It's nice.
Oh.
Mine's fucked too.
Oh yeah, yours is like the Dollar Tree guy. So like, actually, why is your okay? So you did something wrong here, and I have to figure out what it was, because like you should have been able to use illusions really quickly here. So like, but you weren't able to. So that. So,
yeah, my dagger skill.
F3. You used F3. That's what happened. So like, here I'll show you.
I usually do F5, F1,
F1,
F2, F1.
Yeah, so like one of the things to remember is that like you have two charges of F2 or F1. So like once you use one of the charges, it starts going on cooldown. Like the other charge starts recharging, right? So you always want to stay at one charge max of F1. So like here, you should have used F1, like right here, but you used F2.
Okay, so you prioritize F1.
You prioritize F1 if it has two stacks, yes, because you want to get the next stack charging while you're doing the rest of your stuff. And then here you used F1, correct? here you should have used F1 again, and then you should have Signet of Illusions, and then immediately F2 or
Okay.
F2 at 5 stacks again. You because like you canceled some abilities and stuff like that, and were a little bit slow on it. You didn't have enough blades to where you could use F2 again.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, that's kind of what you would do. So you don't want to use F3 there. You want to go F1, F2, F1.
Okay.
Signet of Illusions F2, and then if you have the speed, it like this might not be possible because like again like delayed quickness and stuff like that. But if you do have the speed to do F1 again before your weapon swap comes up, you want to F1 again. But in most cases, I've found in a real fight, you're probably just going to be weapon swapping there, um, just because like you don't have quick. Even like the best players aren't going to have like quickness at the very beginning, right? Unless you're like Snow Crows or something.
Yeah, I think my issue is that I was overthinking the distort thing, so I was trying to use my blades in a different way without having to use illusions, but now that I know that I can just use illusions in the beginning for the first part, it should be better, hopefully.
Illusions, like I think that I understand why. So like illusions, I think really only matters in like maybe like the last 10% probably, because like I know that in the last 10%, you definitely want to use like you want to F4 everything, right? Like you
Yeah.
want to make sure you're always F4ing like those distorts, so you probably want to, or those despair, so you probably want to despair F4
Mm-hmm.
illusions, and then the next despair F4 again. But that's because like it's you're taking so much damage over time, and you're also because like F4 is going to stop the damage over time you're taking as well, which is nice for the healers.
Yeah.
And then you're also uh, you're also just doing more DPS in the phase where it matters the most.
Yeah, when you drop double fields, you probably at least want to distort one of them at the very least. The second one,
Yeah.
Okay.
because green is right after, right? So
Yeah.
you don't need that. I'm pretty sure that's. I think Teapot was saying, yeah, you at least have to like distort the second one because green is right after the double uh despair on that part. But for this, yeah, you're
And that's going to be something that like honestly like that part of the fight I don't even really care what we're doing right there because I mean, what am I going to say? Because it's like it's going to be like, yeah, you don't know that part of the fight yet. Well,
yeah.
nobody does. So because we just haven't really got there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like
Yes.
here is where I would F4, which you did, good job. And then you're staying on tag like you're supposed to. You are you gonna illusions after this? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I
Right after
illusions when I'm over. I use my F1 and F2, and then I illusions to refresh all the blades.
So here you're delaying your weapon swap again. So let me see how long that was delayed. So here's a delayed weapon swap. Like you shouldn't be using those abilities. Like if you're here, where like
Mm-hmm.
here like something here, the best thing you would do would be just do 5 weapon swap, uh, and then use your the rest of your skills in focus, because in focus you're going to have a bunch of downtime anyway. You're just kind of wasting time.
And they're the same skills are over on that weapon set too anyway.
Yeah, so here you wanted the weapon swap again. If you're like right here, you should be weapon swapping. You wait for another F1 and then weapon swap.
Oh, and I don't even illusion. Oh, there I
You
illusioned.
illusion there, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you illusion that. So like here, you could have also, as you're walking out. So
Mm-hmm.
since you had illusions up, you could have like F2'd or something or F1.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you since you're a mesmer, like, or sorry, since you're a condivert, you're gonna get so many blades. You'll have enough blades to get like a 1 or 2 second F4, and that's all you need to walk out of that, right? So like you shouldn't be sitting at 5 blades here. You should have
Just use them.
yeah, you should have used them like right. Well, let's see. As soon as you did illusions, you should have been like queuing a blade. So you should have
Could have
done illusions,
used.
and you should have been spamming
Because you'd
F2.
have probably at least
Okay.
got 4 up by
Yeah.
the time you walked out, if not more. You might have been at full 5.
I think
If
I'm
you
just
don't
No.
overthinking blades, maybe, is the issue here then.
Well, I think you're overthinking F4. Like you're trying to
Yeah.
like save your blades for F4, but like as a as a virtuoso, you don't really need to save your blades. The only time like it, of course if you did it like right now, like say you
Mm-hmm.
F2'd right now, yeah, you would die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you're walking back there, like if you have like 2 seconds, that's all you need on Condivert to get some blades. So like so like the drop is like 5 seconds long, so you can definitely use an ability while it's dropping and then have blades up again to get at least 1 or 2 seconds off of illusion or of distortion, and really that's all that's and
That's all you need.
realistically that's all you need. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see. So like here you didn't really do anything for the orbs as well, the gluttony orbs. um You probably should have went to one of them. I would say, like in this instance, you could see here that like square, it has nobody there, and you're kind of like, you can kind of just run there. I would have like kind of shuffled to the right and S out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I got distracted because I was trying to click on the shadow there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate clicking on those shadows.
Yeah. So like that's kind of why like somebody usually calls target so that you
Mm-hmm.
can like just click tab it and then go through. But so that was pretty good. So like you always want to be doing that as like a DPS because kind of want to be like a greedy DPS. So like you should really only be going out um at the last second.
Yeah.
So like that was pretty good that you stayed and waited. You probably could have waited like maybe
Second
a
longer.
second longer. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a second longer, but like overall that was pretty decent.
Got to circle. That's good.
They targeted the ad, which is good.
Yeah. Cleaving through the boss as long as possible. That's good too.
Here because you delayed your illusions, like
Mm-hmm.
you don't have it up right now in my rotation. Actually, your illusion's coming up right now, but in my rotations, my illusions would actually be up while we're walking out here.
Okay.
So like you could just have freely used all those blades really, and then like illusions, and not been afraid of F3. But it looks like you're actually gonna get your illusions up here.
I delay my illusions a lot because
Yeah.
I overthink the distort.
Here you're delaying your other. What did you delay your other for? I don't know. You might have just not noticed it. Yeah, you just didn't notice it. So like you probably should have just been spam clicking other there to get it up. You didn't even use
CC.
illusions there.
Yeah. GCC though, that was good. You're good at collecting this and calling it. That's good.
Here you should be using your 1,000 cuts. Honestly, like you should be full DPS in this boss. You should be using illusions, 1,000 cuts, everything. Um,
Okay.
like we want to kill this as fast as possible. Every single thing here, just pretend it's the boss because it pretty much is.
Okay, so just use everything
It's
on
almost
cooldown.
like adding 4 million to the boss health pool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
For
you
each of
just want
them.
to use a full rotation on everything. No matter what you're doing, you want to use your full rotation because If you're not, then we're losing seconds on the clock.
Kind of think of it like raids. You know, when we found out the biggest downtime is actually the shit between the boss, like the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually the you know, well, not the biggest downtime, the biggest time where you can save like time.
Mm-hmm.
These ads are probably like, I bet some of the biggest time saved is on these ads. For like groups and like killing it before. I think Darren's is right. We do need to kill before the like green pops or any of that. For
Yeah.
sure. But
'Cause
yeah,
this boss is only 4 million HP, by the way. It's like it's essentially the same thing as going to a DPS golem by yourself. But there's like 7 people there DPSing it right now, so like,
Yeah.
it really
we
needs
found
to
a way
die.
to try to let Kane attack for longer there. What we're gonna do, so hopefully it'll die even sooner.
Yeah, so this is like you delayed your weapon swap there. You're still delaying your weapon swap. You're probably going to delay it all the way till you
Oh yeah.
sword 5 off. Yeah, so that's a delay. It looks like you're delaying your illusions until you get that off. I'm assuming for your F4. So you're probably
Yeah.
going to use your...
That's gonna be a consistent theme. Although I
That's
don't know why I'm
really
delaying it
popular.
right now.
You also, like, when you're doing green, you delay your rotation. You're just like, you're doing what, you know, you're hitting buttons in your weapon set, but you didn't weapon swap and stuff like that. If you watch when you're going to green, like, once you figure out, like, honestly, even if you're having to move, you probably have to be doing, because like you delayed weapon swap
Yeah, here you should have weapon swapped right here. Like you
and then
should,
F1'd.
and like this will probably come with you thinking of it like, because like I can tell by going through this that you weren't really looking at this as like part of the boss. You were just looking at this as an ad. If you look
Yeah.
at this as part of the boss, like your rotation is gonna naturally continue as you go to the boss because, well, you would have weapon swapped right here,
Yeah.
and you would have used 1,000 cuts, and you would have more blades, and you would have used illusions. So like that, I think a lot of this stems from you just like kind of auto attacking the boss and using like weapon skills, and that's it. Um, because like I mean, I can only assume what you were thinking in that moment, but like
Mm-hmm.
my assumption would be that you probably, because you walked all the way over here. So if we could wait here, I would assume that probably what happened is you walked over here, noticed that your sword was like 5 seconds off cooldown, and you're like, oh wait, I'll just delay my weapon swap until I use sword 5.
Oh,
And it
I bet
probably
that's
wasn't
what
actually,
happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it probably wasn't actually the green that caused that.
Could have used my swords there too, or blades.
As
Yeah,
you walked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
you should be using blades there, and you have a few seconds.
Yeah, a big theme is slow weapon swaps at the moment.
Slow weapon
This
swaps, not using signative illusions, and not
you should have
using
went. Yeah, you go square.
That's
This is the
good.
one I said you missed.
Oh, wait. You
Yeah,
missed
that is the one I missed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's got. Yeah, you see what she
Yeah,
did.
I
Yeah.
just barely moved too late.
Yeah.
It was my
it. So
bad.
like you had the right idea, just like a little bit of wrong execution, but that's all right. Like at least you had the right idea there.
Yeah,
Just
that
like
was good.
make sure that you're directly behind it. Think of it like a Doom Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let it come into you. Yeah. Like, even if we're all 3 stacked up, it takes all 3, even if we're like perfectly stacked. All right. We get ready to take portal.
Good, you're delaying. That's what you should be doing.
Probably
Use
could have
that
waited a
delay.
second longer, but yeah.
Here, this right here is pretty big, I would say. So like right here, you should be focusing these ads, right? You shouldn't be you're targeting still on CERUS,
Mm-hmm.
but you should be focusing this ad right here.
At least till
And
we take
hitting
the
it.
portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually what I do is I actually focus that ad while I'm taking the portal, and then I usually turn around and start hitting it, continue to hit it.
It's gonna walk through her path,
Yeah. So
so she might not have to.
that. Okay, so let's go back to this. So here, I would have dodged to the right. And the reason being is that like you need to get to heart as fast as possible.
Okay.
So like the pathing, I mean, you could have dodged to the left too. That would have worked
Mm-hmm.
too if you want to come to our side. That side is a little bit cluttered, it seems like, on the right a lot of times, and our side is usually pretty open. It's just like because of the orbs back here plus us
Mm-hmm.
dropping it, there's going to be very little ways for you to actually get out this way. So um I mean, this way is probably like the better way, the more safe
Okay.
way. I would dodge to the right and then just start walking around circle, because you can walk, attack, and drop your orb at the same time, right?
You did get towards heart though. That was good.
Yeah, you did end up getting there, but like it would be much safer if you took the pathing of walking out this way, dodging to the right, and then just walking as you attack.
Okay.
Yeah. You stay. You
Good
listen
job.
to my call. Good job.
You're
A
targeting
lot
the
of
ad, which is good.
yeah.
The
You
lane
open
weapon swap,
portal.
but like,
Yeah, she was opening portal. We're
well,
not as familiar.
portal's insta cast, but yeah.
Yeah. I just meant yeah, you needed to move earlier for
Yeah.
sure. But I mean, I
So
think
like,
you know that.
who else had it? Was that
I think
Regal?
I think I realized that
Re-
it was Regal in that minute, in like that instance, and I was like, oh, I need to move because Regal's not supposed to move.
If you notice it's you and you're one of the people that move, it's gonna be whoever first calls out, right?
Yeah.
That was the one. Remember, Regal told us to get them, and they were literally like right on mid.
Yeah. This one was so silly. He was like, "Let's get." Didn't he say, "Let the left get it," and then just
He
did
said, "Let
both?
the left get these." Yeah, watch this. Uh,
Yeah, and he just stood there.
he said, "Left get these." We tried to inch. We inched as close as we could. Another reason I don't like dropping that despair pulls back where you did right there is when we take that thing out right
Yeah.
there. We have to run through them, and you get the damage buff where you take more damage.
Yeah, you're hitting the ad, which is good. I think you're a little bit too close to the ad here. Wait, are you middle or right? You're middle.
I'm middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should probably be around where Squiggle is. Like even if we're moving towards the ad, just because like you don't want to choke the right side.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like,
And
because
you
we
can
want to
hit
be able
it.
to push
You could
that.
hit like you can hit it hella far away too. But
So
because see,
like
like left can't go too much far forward because there's a spare pool sitting there.
yeah, so like this is like something that we have to, because like we should be like pre-spread already. We're like there's like two of us on the left, like one person on the right, and then a bunch of people in the middle.
Yeah.
Kane's greeting. Look at him.
Yeah. I always yell at him here.
And see, like when you place those as spare pools, you had to run back through them, so it
Yeah,
wasn't fun for you either. People should go circle. Yeah, you're getting this one. That's good. Probably should have took a step out and got it, but we got it. The hitbox is funky here.
should be using illusions.
Yeah.
Use F3 so you won't have it unless you use illusions here.
I don't know why I used
You
focus sword
progressed to
there.
4. That was good
Yeah,
because you
that
knew
was a good
CC was
move.
coming. Yeah. Go gluttony.
It's good that you're looking around to see the balls.
Yeah. You're collecting.
You were a little
Yeah,
bit.
we just gotta fucking kill it right here. We just have to go all out and not move like that. Because we're getting it sometimes and we're not even like trying to go for it. this is the one I was like, holy shit, how did we get this?
It didn't look like there was enough on left.
I know.
Because that was Darren's that got it, right? Wasn't that Darren's, or was that you, Quietly?
No, I didn't get it.
I think that was Darren's, and he was just standing in the middle. Yeah, that was Darren's, right? And he's supposed.
But look at left. I only see 2 people. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
get it.
only 2 people in left
no,
there.
there was 2 people literally in each other's hitbox. Hold on. Watch when they move after. All right, watch when they move after. Do you see
Oh,
them?
they were like standing right on top of each other.
You didn't get hit by the enemy wall. I mean, from here on, it's just practice, right? Like dropping the despairs because it feels so much different to drop the big ones. You go to square and collect. You take a step out. That's good. Yeah, you notice arrow. That's good. Does Tom and them die here?
I
No, they
die
come out.
here, I think.
I thought it was the one where they didn't take the portal out. You involved in the first one.
Oh, this is the green. Oh, yeah. I tried to freaking res this and I die.
This is Regal's fault. Why the heck is he rezzing here?
Well, he pulled, and he has lesser blood well when he pulls to res.
Yeah, but like he has the green, he should have walked out.
No, he should have pressed F and then walked forward.
He says the 2 green stacked when he's the one that stacked.
I think it's literally the down person and him.
Yeah. He should have pressed F, stopped rezzing, and then pressed F again. And then I pulled him because I was trying to get you out for the. I knew the envy of the portal should have went out sooner too.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I saved this by sacking here. Right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So like we. But you're pretty much dead, so there's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't die. That's
I tried to hold F, but probably wasn't the play there.
Well, if Regal had left, you could have held F. But with Regal having
Yeah.
green and the down person having green, they both can't stay.
You actually
Yeah.
saved the run here, to be honest, though. Because you died.
I died in one
as
of the
third
greens.
person. Yeah, you died as the 3rd person. See? So.
Sacrificed myself.
Yeah, so
Feels
you actually
good.
did that, saved the run.
Feels
Yeah,
good.
we just need to get the timings of the bigs to spare. You didn't die. You got at them, but you distorted them, so which was good.
I distorted the
I know you did.
first one.
The second one, I think you dodged.
Yeah.
You distorted the first, dodge the second, and then you even actually.
You could have signated illusions right here and
I
then
could
had it
have.
up again.
Yeah. I think I was too worried about watching.
Well, it's just we're not
And
familiar. It's not like, oh, you've seen this, you should know, blah blah blah. It's like we've seen it 3-4 times maybe. So yeah, I just meant like if you next time you're in there, you're like, oh, if I have signet up, then I should use it.
I like how us and left and just like realized that the greens were here and just kind of did our own thing. Like
I was like, we're doing the
It's just
SC method. Fuck. That's what I was thinking the entire time, Nick. I was like, dude, we're doing the SC method. Should I honestly, after we dodge, should I take the Sandswell and Sandswell as pass to like arrow that first enemy, and then we take greens and then shuffle around the boss?
you want to? You have Senseful up then?
Yeah. I should, yeah. Because we all take portal out, don't we?
We do, yeah. So you can. Well, you sense me out before that though.
I think it's back up.
If it's back up, then yeah. Unless there's a ragey, which there is a ragey.
Fuck. There is a ragey, dude. Fuck.
And then there's another Reiji after this, right?
Yeah. I think.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure something out, like what we can do with. I mean, doesn't what's his name have Regal have Sans Wall or no?
No.
No.
Wait, or does he? He has the racial skill, spectral grasp. What else does he have? Epi. No, he doesn't. If he doesn't take that racial skill, he will. But he likes it.
Well, yeah. So, do we want to go over another poll, or do we think that we have kind of what we're looking for here?
I kind of have I really need to fix my rotation. It seems like I'm overthinking the distort.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going over another one unless you guys think that it's probably going to be
I mean,
the same type of stuff.
I don't care
Positioning
too much.
wise, like
You get to the tag on like to bait envy walls. That's a good thing. You get orbs. Sometimes, like I think the small minute thing about the orb saying is like get to the spot sooner, and then you can like smash buttons faster as you stand still.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
instead of delaying it.
Instead, like because if you're walking and attacking,
Mm.
your rotation is it shouldn't be way slower, but it'll be minutely slower. Weapon swap faster. Signet illusions on opener. For sure. Like your opener should not deviate too much, except for that F4 for the first despair. Honestly, with SE's opener, unless you're Nick and running in or something.
Yeah.
But since you're landing with the boss, it's just you need to, it'll be slower because the very first thing is we get boon stripped, and if they don't land the same as you, you're not going to have quickness for a second. But if you want to, if we want to find another pool that's decent. All right, you didn't cancel it that time, I don't think. So you do the F3 first every time before the double F2, so you'll do less damage that way.
Yeah, your blade songs are all kinds of messed up because of that. Like the cooldowns and stuff on them are just like all wrong, which actually is kind of delaying like your ability to even use illusions like effectively.
Yeah, I think I ended up just fucking up because I was trying to delay. Yeah.
I mean, you could drop illusions if you want to, and go with domination, but like
No, I mean, I need to learn how to do it properly, right? Like,
Because you're on a 1 illusions for 10%. It's like
exactly.
almost going to be mandatory. I would
Oh, I
suggest
didn't.
there
Not,
just waiting
yeah.
a second, but that's the familiarity kind of thing. It's not going to be like a huge deal. All right, we called it. You're attacking it. That's good. You're attacking it through the boss. You make sure you're attacking it through the boss as long as you can. That's good. Cleaving is good, so that's a plus for
you
sure.
delayed your weapon swap way too long here. Like
Yeah.
you delayed it by around what was it, like 10 seconds, I think, more 12 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds. Because look, you're at your 5 actually comes up again before you even weapon swap here.
Probably the same thing as the last one. I like didn't notice it, and then I was like, oh, it's only 5 seconds. Just wait.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're fine. You gotta learn.
No, I
Like it
mean,
ain't.
I know.
It's not like you didn't kick my dog, so.
Punted across the house. It's fine.
Did you hear that, Sissy?
CC.
I'm gonna have to fuck some people up. Shit. Do we get it before it goes off? Right as it goes off. So.
Yeah. So like again, there you want to be using your full rotation. You're kind of just using weapon skill.
You did weapon swap though.
That's right, not left, but good job. You still did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the one I was like, what is she
that
talking
was
about?
that was the
And I
one
just-
that I like afterwards. I was like, what did I just fucking say?
She got a cross. All right, it's the weapon swap while you're doing something else.
Mhm.
Conundrum.
You just need to like get it in your. So like, one thing that you need to get in your mind is like, if you use sword 5, you weapon swap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're in focus and you can weapon swap, you weapon swap. And like, as long as you're doing that, like, you don't even really have to think about it. Like, oh, I press sword 5, weapon swap. You know. Oh, I'm in focus and like weapon swap's about ready to go on cooldown. Like, just weapon swap as soon as you can.
Yeah, you every time you do that, the sword 5, you
So like,
do a blade and then swap.
So I should swap and then do a blade? Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah,
actually, you should swap.
focus
Do
5.
yeah, do your thing and then do a blade. Well, you can delay focus 5 to be honest. Well, it depends. If Signal of Ether is up, then you can't delay focus 5. But if
Yeah.
Signal of Ether is on cooldown, you can delay focus 5 a little bit. 'Cause it doesn't really like the way that you have to think about it is like you're gonna weapon swap again before your split your focus 5 goes off cooldown,
Mm-hmm.
and your focus 5 is gonna be on off cooldown again by the time you weapon swap, no matter what. So like if you delay your focus 5 by a couple seconds while your Instinct of Ether isn't up, while you're doing other skills, it
Mm-hmm.
literally does nothing to like your damage.
Okay.
It actually increases your damage because you're getting more stuff in. The rotation, more stuff on cooldown that you can use on cooldown faster. So like focus 5 is like one of the only things that you can kind of delay. What I was gonna say though, by the way, is this here.
Perfect.
Wait,
Getting
what
towards
was
heart.
it? I was gonna say this is actually so like what you did here is actually pretty good, but you should have dodged to the right.
Instead of dodging forward.
Yeah, like here you should be dodging to the right because look, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Instead of going
But
left.
moving towards heart with the second one is good.
Yeah,
Whether it's right or left, it's good. Getting towards heart is good, is what I'm trying to say.
Darren's killed himself. I think that we lost this because of that, right?
Yeah,
Good job getting over here.
and attacking at the same time.
You killed the ad, which is good.
And then you get back towards square to make sure you don't get hit. Yeah.
And your portal's good. We only had exactly 9 people, and we got lucky there.
Mm-hmm.
And we did decently collecting. Holy shit, it didn't get any sacks, did it?
I think it got 1. No, it got 3.
Oh,
I
how?
think the right side missed their orb.
Oh, they didn't get.
Yeah,
Jesus.
the right side missed their orb. Why is this play button just sitting here?
Huh?
Do you notice the
Oh.
play button that's just
Yeah.
sitting there?
What the heck?
That was really good. That was really good by us, actually. Holy shit. Like, everybody, like, actually moved and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
We're getting better at the greens for sure.
When that ad, the small thing that probably every vert needs to do is when that ad's below 10%, if it's Condi loaded right there, we probably need to stop damaging it and get back on the boss.
yeah.
Because it's going to die anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it should.
Good,
As long
good F4 there. Again, your illusions is just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna fail the DPS check here.
Because we didn't have quickness. Yeah. You get out with malice, you notice you have it.
That's
He
good.
tried to get swiftness. That was good. It didn't work out, but the idea was right.
I didn't get out as far as I hoped, but
I mean,
You were out far enough, I'm pretty sure, though.
if we had the correct damage. Honestly, we shouldn't even see this if we have the correct damage. That Malas should never be seen. And that's going to be getting faster at the openers at 80 and 100 and stuff like that. This is where I try to save everyone.
yeah. Well, fixing the illusions thing. Now that I know I shouldn't delay it, should help with my DPS a little
Here's
bit.
what you should do.
Mm.
Go to the golem, do the opener, reset. Do the opener, reset. Get that opener down, go into raids, practice the opener. Like
Yeah.
every boss you fight, do that opener.
Yeah, your
Because the
first
opener
one.
is not going to change.
I had the opener down with the old rotation because I did that. I think you guys were the ones that told me to do it when I first picked up Vert. And then they changed the opener on Snow Crows, and then the DP or the distort thing too. Yeah, I I gotta work on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just worry about the opener. Hit 40, 41K, and then you're going to be like, if you hit 40, 41K, then it's literally just do it faster, is what we're going to tell you to do.
So the reason why they changed the opener is because of the F5 change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like F5 became an instacast, not block damage ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's instacast, like you can use it without delaying any of your abilities at the beginning while getting Deadly Blades up. So it's just better. Like it's just a way better opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily for you, it's not something. This is not like, oh, it's some unfixable shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
I saw your Twitter about, oh, some people just learn stuff so much faster than me.
Dude,
I mean, you're
I'm
not.
salty.
The thing is, I think Tilt would agree. It's not like it's not like you're majorly fucking up. Like everything we've told you is very fixable, and you can do it.
I don't think you're not. It's not even that you're not learning. It's just that you were like looking at things the wrong way. And I
Yeah.
think that now that you kind of see like where you can improve, I don't think. Yeah, like it doesn't. There's not anything like crazy here. You're doing all the mechanics. You're doing right. Your DPS for the most part's okay, and like it just happens to be that there's a few small things in your like rotation philosophy
That are off.
that you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to be at the number one phase. You got to be about 3K higher. Tilt at 31K. The portal verts need to sit at 31 or 32K. You're at 28 and 29.
Okay.
It's not like, oh, you get like, oh, it's some fucking unforgivable number. You get that opener down. If you got that opener down, I guarantee you, and just weapon swapped a little bit faster, she'd be at 30K that phase, don't you think, Nick?
Yeah, you'd be pretty consistent. Yeah, just get your illusions and your weapon swap.
Yeah.
That opener down, and like you'll be pretty good.
Yeah. You understand the fight. You listen to calls. The one thing on not these pulls that I would say is if you make a call, you go. You don't. If you make that call first on the greens, you go, and I will tell someone else that they didn't listen if you make the call first.
And here's another thing. So like you're not one of the markers, right? Regal's the marker. So like
Yeah.
if you notice you have a green, you should be calling it as soon as you get it. Just try to be the fastest to call it. If somebody calls it faster, then whatever, you stay where you are. But
Yeah.
and your philosophy should be that I want to be the fastest to notice, I want to be the fastest to call it, and I want to go there the fastest. Because if everybody has that mindset, then we're never gonna fuck up the greens because we're gonna move fast. We're not gonna wait for somebody else to.
But nothing I saw is like some unrecoverable thing or like you're not. It's not like, oh, you're some bad player. And I understand, like a lot of people think Tom is just naturally good at everything, but like Tom actually spends more than everyone else probably combined at the golem. Like he goes in there for 8 to 10 hours a day on the golem.
That's insane.
On patch day, playing every build in the game to see which one he likes.
That's
and
crazy.
For like stuff like this, he goes in. Once he's learned Convert, he's in there every day for at least an hour or two, and him and Faint or some of his pulls, he's hitting exactly what the SE top DPS dude did there. he had a 37k pull, and on their kill pool, Faint had a 37k phase 1 pull. So we just need to do more damage, get more comfortable. You weapon swap, Signet Illusions, your opener down. Yeah, I would say practice your opener and go to raids and make sure you're weapon swapping a lot, and just like view your own footage after like a raid or something. Like if you're streaming, just watch the VOD later as you lay down or something.
Okay, just make sure I'm doing it.
And just be like, oh, I didn't weapon swap, you know? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to fucking play perfectly. Like, I guarantee if we watch every one of the verts at Snow Crows, they delayed a weapon swap for a second or two. It's just they're more consistent at not doing it.
Okay.
So just get more consistent.
And like for now, what you really want to do is get your phase 1 solid. Like I wouldn't focus too hard. I mean, obviously try to improve everywhere, but like I wouldn't like phase 3 and stuff like that, or like later in phase 2, like if you mess up a little bit, whatever. Right now, remember this is going to be a fight that will, like, legendary mode is going to be one that we're going to have to prog for a very long time.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to get that start perfect, and once you get that start perfect, then start worrying more
Work about the next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
what I do is get every opener, like the opener at 100, the opener at 80, and the opener for the ad, kind of, you know where you're going to be in your rotation each time you get there.
Okay.
Full DPS on every one of those split phases.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So be like,
I'll definitely work on
I'm gonna be here when you know, of course you're gonna know what you have at 100 to 80 off for your opener.
Mm-hmm.
At 80%, what do I have at my opener? Because we should, if we're hitting around the same time, you should be at the same point in your rotation.
And then if I'm not, I
Granted,
fucked
malice
something
and
up.
stuff, yeah,
Okay.
but and just work on weapon swap and the opener and Signal of Illusions. Everything else was minute things. Move a little bit faster, get more familiar with the fight like everyone else.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Like literally everyone. Like even me, I was like, when greens happen, I'm usually should be putting Well of Blood down, and I noticed that I was waiting 1 or 2 seconds to put Well of Blood down because I'm like trying to make sure everyone's getting in the correct green.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just you, and it's not, you know, it's everyone. But yeah, just work on that opener. Go to the golem. Try to hit that first number at 40 to 42k. Reset and just work on it that way, and then take it to raids and stuff when you pug or your little static thing.
Also,
And just record it, or you know, whatever, or look at the logs later.
Okay.
also, Vision gives you a 5% DPS increase. So you gotta
Oh, does it? Oh, no, I need to finish that. I have to do world versus world stuff
Granger
for that.
paid us to say this.
Oh, did he? Yeah, I bet you
No,
fucking did.
That would have been good though. What would he have gave us in game? He's fucking poor, dude.
He'll swipe and send you gold. Easy.
Dude, he told me about his BDO days.
Dude, what do you mean his BDO? He just quit BDO like a month ago.
Well, he was just telling me how much he spent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he was like, because I played BDO back in the day, and there was a tent in game for $50. Someone went to the Reddit and posted a tent at Walmart for $44, and I was like, yeah, I quit the game. I was like, if I can buy a tent in real life for less than I can buy it in this game, the outpost thing, I was like, fuck this. I'm done. Oh,
Yep,
but no,
that's
he was
accurate.
talking about that. When we were doing fractals the other night. Great place to work on it is fractals, which I think you're coming this week.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll be around this week.
And 100 will be a perfect place to learn it. So, yeah, minute things. Opener, weapon swap, kill
Illusions.
the add faster, boom, TLDR.
Big. Awesome. Well, thank you for
Did it help
monitoring.
out? Did you
Yeah,
feel like it? Okay.
it did. Like, honestly, just knowing that I shouldn't be delaying the illusions, just like, I think it's gonna be the biggest thing.
Feel better at the boss.
Yeah, it felt so awkward.
Too.
Yeah, it felt really awkward. I was like, man, I got the wrong idea about it, I think, so. but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the big despairs, and if you have it like when it's coming off cooldown there, I mean, why not just use it for despair?
Yeah.
Distort, I mean, because you can just literally distort out of it, and if especially at 10%, you're gonna have to get used to like despair, distort, or I mean, signet of illusions, despair or distort. Jesus Christ! But besides that, good work. Just hit the golem
Og.
and have fun,
I always have fun. This
but
is a
not too
fun
much
fight.
fun.
Not too much fun. No
You gotta work.
memeing.
It's like the what is it? The dude we watch, Nick. If I go to the gym and someone tells me have a good workout, I fucking leave that gym immediately because I want my workout to suck.
Yeah.
So
Trust me, I'm right, guy.
yeah, trust me, I'm right.
I love how like at the end of every one of those, for some reason, he's like pulling a washer
With the chain, yeah.
with a chain, yeah. Or like he did like he like talked about how hard everybody how much how weak children are nowadays and stuff like that, and then he's like doing assisted push-ups at the end.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's about all I think that you honestly need to do. We just need to all collectively, and honestly, if everyone bursts more that first 100 to 80, your damage will look higher too. So like if you do more, Kane does more, Granger does more. I don't know if how much more Tom can do at the moment. If Tom pulls a little bit out, Tom was actually looking at his rotation and saying he fucked up some pulls. So like he's like looking at his damage of how to like up it a little bit. So as long as everyone has that mindset of like how can I pull out a little bit more damage, like it'll be possible for us to kill it and like hard work and stuff. But overall, do you like the fight? Kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the fight. I think it's a lot of fun. I definitely get frustrated though because I know my I think my DPS rotation just felt really bad because of the illusions delay.
Yeah,
And
just
that's where
the
I was
opener
getting a
is the
lot of
most important
frustration.
for every phase, and it's going to be
Yeah.
super important at 10% too. So just remember, like, we don't want you to die, but we need you to have a good opener at each phase too, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
you gotta learn how to both be greed, but also survive while greeding. Yeah.
yeah, and like the other small thing is maybe wait one more second on sand portals because you can like turn your camera and look exactly when to take it. But don't like, I wouldn't wait till like the very edge, but I would like, you're going in like when you have 2 seconds left. I would go when you have like 1 second left.
I tried to greed one of them, I think at the beginning, and I didn't portal fast enough and I got hit by the thing, and I think that's
Well,
why
I
I
would
was
rather you
going a
do
little
that.
early.
Yeah. Well, if you've tried and you did, then yeah, I would rather you go out earlier because it would give it a stack. So yeah, fair enough.
I'll get the timing down. Just takes practice.
It's all about limit testing. Like you know that we're not gonna kill it right now. Like we're not gonna kill it anytime soon. So you might as well get your limit testing out now while you can.
Yeah.
And if you fuck something up, whatever.